Good morning. Good morning. Um, it's about to be one of those episodes, so I want you to get your coffee. I don't even got my tea today. It's just how organized I am this morning. But we're gonna start it off right, people. Wake up, wake up. It's the morning show. Wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. You hear me? Okay. So, good morning, by the way. Good morning. I hope everyone is having a prosperous morning. I hope you are waking up and being happy that God gave you the eyes to wake up. Be happy that you are in your sane mind because I don't know where I was this weekend. Almost we're going to get into that a little later. I'm not even going to start it, but let's go ahead because what I want you guys to get accustomed to is me giving you the news, sports, news, and entertainment. Uh-oh, I'm freezing up. See, I'm freezing up. Like everything is just not the way I wanted this morning. But despite what goes on in your life, you get up on your next day and make it right. It said, sup, coffee ready. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, we're going to open it up to the fans and all that. Now, I'm finally at a 100% status of, oh, Lord. See, I'm burning eggs, y'all. See, my child, I'm telling you, I burned the eggs. See, I don't like when I'm worked up in the morning, you know. I don't know, how everybody get their day, but I have a routine. Damn it. Okay. Jesus Christ. All right. Sorry, people. I'm just not in a good mood. But let me go ahead and stick to the news. Let's get started on that. I only got Hawk stuff because I didn't get a chance to kind of get into everything. Because like I said, I'm still kind of at 100. I'm finally at 100%. So now I got to get my life together about these sports and updates. So this is still like a tester episode that I might not do every day, but depending on how I feel, I might do it Monday through Friday. But I will bring you the news and updates. It's going to be a little different this year. Instead of all my uploads where it was just me and voiceovering, now we'll get a morning show. So if you're in the chat, say hello. But let's get started on the news today. And you're going to get a lot of that, people, because I am off my rocker. I'm just going to let you know. Okay. Let's go ahead and get to this. Get this started.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Needed it. Oh, yeah. It's a great week of basketball. Hope Hawk fans like that. Let's keep it going.
Oh yeah. I'm good, y'all. Wake up. What's up? Hey. No matter how your day is going, you laugh that off. That's what you do. You got to cut off. Business keeps moving. You giving your ass a kiss, I kick it right behind you. So, hey, excuse my language. So, let's go ahead and get into the Hawks updates. And that's all I got right now. And if there's anything else, please put them in the chat. But that is my man, the myth, the legend, Trae Young. And one thing about Trae Young, he is the foot of that team. He is that team. And when Trae Young is not well, the team reflects that. And we all know that. So we got to come in and give this man some protection and make sure we have some other people that can help him. So I'm going to go check out the comments. And they said the Hawks are now 4-0 since the Hawks Report podcast debuted. So, whoever that is, I got the note from somebody. I didn't say all that. But in actuality, so looks like that those adjustments they made was what they needed. So they made some adjustments. They kind of traded some people. So I've been out the loop. Of course, like I said, I got to get my life together about watching these games again. So I've been out of it. So I have to rely on, my sources to give me the information, even though I use them too. But a lot of time I'm also in the eyes of it. So I know it a little bit more. So I don't like not having my stuff together. You get what I'm saying? So it looks like they have improved urgency and on defense, and it is a huge reason for that surge in. I guess they're improving. They're getting it together. They're gonna probably become that, caliber team that they left the season off with. So I'm glad that they decided, okay, something needs to be done here. They're not like the Atlanta Falcons, where, the old Atlanta Falcons now. Now, this new regime, they looks like they go for the best of the best, and they make you sit your butt down if not. So if this thing could get off my screen, you understand why I'm so upset, okay? I'm trying to be as patient as I can be with things sometimes. So you guys be right with me. I got to get this thing off my screen. This is not the move. There we go. Now I want to act right. I'm trying to give y'all the strings so y'all can jump on with me. Let's have some conversation, see where everybody at in the morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, so next news is, sorry about it, I get distracted. Got ADHD. DeAndre Hunter says he's sore, but it doesn't sound like it's anything serious. I guess he's assuming he got hurt or something. Them boys are pulling all their weight into this team because we were trailing at some point. But it looks like we're starting to stay the course and get back to what we used to be, which is good. So I trust in the organization over there. They're going to get the job done. So that's all I got. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so that's the news. That's all I got. If you got anything that you want to add, look at that. When you got anything you want to add, sorry about that. It's going to be a short show, y'all. Like I said, this is not the pilot, the actual episode. This is just me coming on impromptu. So nothing about this show is structured, okay? Just letting you know. There's nothing structured about this thing. So I'm just flying off the mouth. But I just felt like I had to come on to protect my energy and my peace and my mind and my soul, to understand that it's okay. It's okay. And what I'm talking about is, I'm going to put this in the link in the chat. Then we're going to start our conversation, because I want to hear from the people out there getting ready to go to work, baby. Work. Get on here this morning, my audience. Get on here this morning, baby. Because I am excited about life. I started over to 2022, but actually I started this. Hey, this is Bosom Buddy. You can put it on your lips, your nips, everything. It's a nice little for your everything. Now, because it's not below the waist now, don't be thinking this is, just trying to get you out of the business. Don't think because it tastes like something, don't put that below the waist and you messing up that lady pH levels. I'm just saying. All right. Anyway. So, join my conversation. My next topic is, since I got in the news a little bit, I want to know where you guys are waking up from. Let's go. Where y'all coming from? Where are you coming from? Let's go. And while we're in it, let's talk about my hot spot. While you're getting in here, this is where I kind of speak my piece a little bit. Then we get back into the conversation. Sorry about that. It's been a lot going on. So, and I want to explain to you exactly what you guys was displayed from me. I am in the process of self-healing. I don't see a therapist. I try to maintain my anxiety. Apparently, I have high-strung anxiety, and the possibility I could be on the spectrum. I don't know yet, because I recognize well with music, but then I get hot-headed, like I'm bipolar. So it's very hard to calm down. Sometimes I got to have the last say. It's like I want to just kick them in the shin sometimes. And it's like I can't. That's their anger management. So it took Mad Mike Sports and the best friend of mine, actually, she was in his ear about, well, maybe is Maggie okay? She's a little high. She's just all over the place. Everybody Everybody. Can you say, do I mean everybody, including the fans? What is going on with Maggie? She's all over the place. And did anybody ever ask to say, hey, what the hell is wrong with Maggie? She just lost somebody. She has COVID or not. I tested negative, but I had something that kept me on my behind for a month. Mind your business. It's what is my motto. Mind your business. That's all I'm going to say on that. Where I'm coming and how my money is coming and what charity I give it to is none of your business. Because you are vindictive, and vindictive, and you trying to have your way, it's not going to fly. I'm beyond that, sweetie. 2022, I'm on a whole new journey. Whatever relationship we had in the past, if you give me your ass to kiss, I'm going to kick it for you and slam the door. Because I don't play about mine. Family, blood, nobody. I almost admitted myself into a nut house. I am fully aware that I have a problem, but I am undiagnosed and trying to handle it without doctors. Do you understand me? If you cannot respect a female running business and not telling you every little bit of detail about it, it's none of your fucking business. That's all I got to say on that. If anybody want to join me, please, let's just pray. It's going to be all right, people. Everybody is lost. Everybody is lost out here. Everybody's mad at somebody that happened to them and touched them or whatever. But you always have to go to the source first. Ask questions. Stop doing this. I can't stand when adults can't get along over the sake of these kids. It's pettiness at this point, and I'm done talking about it. I don't got to have a relationship with you. I'm not with you. My husband is in here. And I have a great support system. You don't need to tell me I got a problem and I need help. Sweep your own porch. Now, I have a mental health issue. Okay? I get very hot-headed. I get angry. And it's hard to calm down. So it's like I have to breathe now. I have to watch my tongue about a lot of things because I can really, 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 really bring the business, but I'm not. So it's like, since I can't control it, I need to go get diagnosed. Don't tell me what I need. I know what I need. I'm in body and mind and soul. Just mind your business, please. I'm going to take care of me and mine. Speaking of, I didn't even put the picture up. So I'm just gonna make myself laugh. How about this? The chat, you can look at the chat. You can join the stream if you want to. If not, I'll be off soon. So let's look at this. I mean, laughter is the food to your soul. That's why I've been bringing out the wig. Because we got to get back out there and laugh again. You see, and I love all my culture. That was me kind of recovering, and enjoying life, just enjoying being able to open my eyes, because a lot of people don't have that. I lost a staple of our mother's family. She was like, she took her in at 13, just like, hey, I embrace you as a beautiful young lady. And it was like her second mother. I had to make sure I was COVID free enough to be able to go to this funeral, because we lost her. You know, she had dementia. So you guys, I've been dealing with people all in my face about what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and I'm also grieving. That's not only the grief I have. My brother, who got in a car accident and passed, meaning I seen his face crushed from a tractor trailer. His birthday is 4 days after mine. No, his death date, excuse me, is 4 days after mine. So excuse me if I don't have any sympathy for you, that I can't be there. I got other shit going on. I am a grown woman. So mind your business. So my topic is, why can't families get along? Why? And this is going to lead into what I'm going to talk about next. Why can't families get along? We get to this pettiness, and you so busy to throw your hands and act like you ain't do it. Throw stones. We see what you're doing. You sending people, but I'm not about that. I got kids to take care of. Where my people at? I don't see nobody in chat. I'm gonna cut it off in 30 minutes if nobody's talking at this point. I know it's early, so y'all don't realize I'm here. Like I said, my pilot is gonna be the 18th, so y'all better be ready with it by then. That's what I'm gonna say. But I'll talk since there's nobody in here. Families, just when they put that pettiness, into a relationship, it burns a lot of bridges that shouldn't be burned. And I actually am hurt by it. I am absolutely hurt. I actually cried. And I barely get emotional. I mean, I'm emotional, but I barely break down. But lately I've just been hurting from how everybody is just at each other. At the end of the day, it's about these children. At the end of the day, it's about these children. It says we either take them for granted, or there is a seed of resentment that has been planted early on. Yeah. It's personal stuff. It's when I say mind your business, everybody got he say, she say, when the stuff get mixed up. When you're not talking to that source, you just heard through things through the grapevine. That's wrong with our families. You talk to that person directly. So who gets the short end of the stick at the end? The children. Bottom line. So that's all I got to say on it, okay? Should never mix business and pleasure with family. That's just what it comes down to. Okay, yeah. Bad personalities trying to intermix, and different generations thinking and talking differently. Absolutely. A cousin of mine, unmentioned, basically said it's all about that generational cursing. Like what you bring into this thing, and from the beginning, it's going to carry on from generation to generation. And that's sad. That's terrible. That's why our families fight and go to war over some petty stuff, because his throne is higher than the other person's throne. All right, Mr. Motivator, I'm gonna bring you on up. Can you do that? I gotta check a call real quick, okay?
Yeah, but I don't know. It's sad though how family be doing though, man. Like family just need to just uplift each other. They just do. Like, it's not even just about just color, just family in general. Like, it's just time for everybody just to just work together. Like, man, I know everybody in here like got goals and stuff, but you gotta just work on your energy first. And yeah, your family supposed to be your biggest supporters. And I don't know why family hold grudges on each other. Like, I even stay to myself because it's just not worth it. Not worth fighting. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of people that trying to stay strong, man. Like 2022 just been a marathon, really. Like, it just have only time people really can come together if it's in money involved. Really anything that don't make any sense. So you gotta just work on yourself first, man. Family and friends gonna do whatever. But the real ones gonna stay 10 toes down with you even when you don't have nothing. I don't even know if people even know that, but I do. Like, you gotta even work on the relationship that you have with everybody. And like today, like you can't not you not forced
You breaking up,
or
Mr. Motivator?
breaking up.
Yeah, you was. Yes. And I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. I had to check my voicemails real quick. Go ahead.
But nah, I was just saying, like in general, like you're not really supposed to like force anything. Everything come at a perfect time. But people hold grudges on each other, family too, and that's what's going on now. That go for relationships, bonds. Like, it's just time for uplift. And you just gotta do that. And it shouldn't just be one person reaching out.
Yeah.
I don't like that either. I always
Mm-hmm.
just want like it need to be a whole team.
And I hate
Cause
to cut you off, Mr. Moto. You like it's coming in and out, and I hear your message. It's beautiful, but yeah, you kind of got a bad signal there. So I just don't want nothing to get missed in the translation. So just letting you know, you kind of choppy.
I don't know why.
Okay. So, but I thank you. I thank you for that tidbit of information and stuff. Or maybe you want to try to adjust it, check another room, and come back. I mean, you're welcome to stay on. I'm only going to be on here since everybody's in the chat now. So I'll go for the hour. So if you want to get your situation taken care of and come back, you can do that too. Because I want to
Oh,
kind of move on from this subject. Because I want to talk about mental health now. So yeah, so generational worth versus reality. Um, so hold on, let's see.
can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Okay, go ahead. And I see you, David. I'm gonna bring you on in a moment. Okay, thank you.
Nah,
Go ahead.
that's all I really had to say. Just the boundaries and just time for everybody just to talk, man. Like, life moving fast is on no way. Like, it's
Like,
moving a marathon.
like I say everybody ain't got to have the last word. And I know I got a anger management issue, so I'm gonna have that last word because it's like you hurt me, you stabbed me in my heart.
Yeah,
When I'm going for the jugular, that means you personally hurt me,
yeah.
and I'm directing it to you
Mm.
as well. Because people
People,
switch up on you real quick when they get involved in other situations or hearing it from the grapevine.
yeah,
Mind your business. That's what my motto would be.
yeah.
Okay, we
That's
can get David on here.
okay.
Thank you, Mr. Motivator. You can stay, you can hang or whatever, but let's get him a chance to speak. I'm gonna go ahead and get David on here. All right, David,
Can you
how
hear me?
are you? I can hear you perfectly.
I'm okay. I'm doing all right.
All right. And who do we have the pleasure?
Uh, it's me, RTP, Real Talk Perez.
Okay.
But David, I just wanted to say, so obviously all families are different. People raised differently. Families are brought up differently.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm Hispanic. I'm Puerto Rican from the West Coast, from California,
Okay.
and My family's from New York, from the East, but they all migrated to the West Coast when they were like teenagers or whatever.
Oh,
So
so I see it's a whole mixture of every
yeah,
all kinds of stuff going on.
pretty much, yeah. There's every race in my family, like Puerto Rican and black, Puerto Rican and white, Puerto Rican and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all we everywhere. So, anyways, growing up in California, there's a lot of Hispanics. I grew up with a lot of Hispanics. Knowing all my homeboys' families, I realized that, like I said, not all families are the same. My family is really close, especially my mom's side. They're
Good.
really close with each other.
You need that. You
Yeah.
need that.
My dad's side is not as close, but we've been my mom's side, we've been very, very, very close growing up. And I never thought it would ever change. Now, fast forward as an adult, there's a lot of separation in our family. And I'm talking about like my mom mad at her brother, my cousins mad at each other.
Yep, and that's exactly what I mean. That's what I'm really talking about. It's just like this weekend, I said I almost had to put myself in a mental hospital because it's like I got family from every affiliation, baby daddy to this. Why?
Yeah. I,
Why?
I have a cousin that's mad at my other cousin because he went to my aunt's house with some of the food after the baby shower because he thought that's where everybody was going. And I guess he went to the wrong, just stupidity stuff where it's like, he didn't do that on purpose. Like he obviously thought we were going over here, but I wanted to say that the one thing that I noticed is that before growing up, it was like almost every weekend thing that we would all go to my uncle's house. It was like the spot, like where the family went every weekend to just, whatever. It wasn't like a thing to do. It was just what we did. We just like I grew up in that house every weekend with my cousins playing, being creative, getting into trouble, and that's why we were so close. But it seemed like once we got into adulthood and we kind of moved, like my mom moved to Vegas, my dad moved to Arizona, I moved to Vegas, and the family started kind of spreading out, and we kind of used, or not me, but the older generation, my mom, their brothers and sisters, they kind of started using Facebook to communicate. You know what I'm saying? Once that kind of got involved, that's where I noticed my family started separating big time. And when I say we were close with my family, I mean like my cousins were like my brothers and sisters, like for real, for real. Like we were super close. So it's just I've noticed that, and I just wanted to share that. I've noticed that that's been a big difference. So I think it's really communication, because it wasn't like my family was like, my family has drugs involved with it, alcoholism, you know what I'm saying? Crystal meth. Like I had I had uncles that would steal from my grandma and grandpa, steal from their brothers and sisters because they were drugged out, and we still were close. But now we don't have those drug problems, and it's weird that we're even farther apart. Yeah, I think it's because back in the days we were in each other's face. You know what I'm saying? When there was a problem, you were gonna see them at the house. You were gonna address it. You were gonna have to deal with it, and it would get resolved. And then whatever happened. But we stayed close. Now it's like you don't got to deal with it. You kind of just, if you don't want to talk to nobody, just don't go on Facebook. Like we just kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like kind of separate yourself, and it just leaves things unresolved. And I think like because of that, stuff kind of builds up and makes things worse at the end.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. It's exactly what is going on. It's just like everybody is not minding their own businesses, for one thing, and then that you bring that social media complex into it. Oh, she doing better. Look at her fur coat. Oh, she traveling. She still owe me money.
Yeah, the social media part of this world is probably the worst thing for mental health, especially for mental health, because when you think of social media, you think of two things: people clout chasing or people flexing. Either one is not good for you, because it's like, I don't want this to be weird, but it's like what people say about porn, how porn gives you an unrealistic view of sex. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the same thing, but for your life. It gives you an unrealistic view of life, because all you see on Facebook, all you see on these social medias is someone flexing or someone showing you all the good stuff. You don't see none of the struggles. You don't see none of the build up, none of the downfalls, none of the no's. All you see is when the people said yes. All you see is the come up. All you see is the success. So all that does is it pretty much knocks people down with trying to succeed themselves, because they just see success everywhere. And I think a lot of people should try to just stay off of social media, do what you got to do. Just stay off of social media, just grind and do what you got to do.
Oh, absolutely. Or block them.
Yeah, that too.
I'm a little, anger management sometimes. So I'm gonna get this together though. That's what I want to get into. Mental health, of course. If you want to hang on, you're welcome to, add some 2 cents to it. But let's just talk about mental health. And I want to show a picture, and this is gonna bring some conversation. So basically, first, started off, just to kind of introduce it. Like I said, laughter is the root to everything. It is food for the soul. It makes you feel great. When I was in my bed thinking I had COVID for that whole entire month, which ended up being the stomach flu, I had a lot of time in isolation to reflect. And I saw one person's video he posted. I think his name is Donovan or something. Y'all probably know him, but he's like an upcoming comedian that do digital uploads and play characters. So hence why you saw me in a silver wig. So he's playing a mother getting on his child, type of situation. And it had the pop-up was a road. Man, I died laughing at that little clip of them just looking at each other, mad at each other, but joking. It was a parody. So it's like characters like Medea, characters like Eddie Murphy, all those comedians, people look at them as just a comedian, but no. Like if anybody ever watched this new series, well, I hope they bring it back. I think they're going to have to, with Wesley Snipes and Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
And how, if you saw the new show, it was great. It was great. And what it showed was, you don't know how much you affect somebody on your day-to-day. Just coming on this screen and doing what you do. Laughter made me feel up. Laughter started making me get up and dance and shake and praise, because I could have been in that bed dying of pneumonia. But I got up and moved. I was like, oh, no, not going to have this today. And I laughed so hard, I almost couldn't talk. And I was like, I can't even talk. I'm laughing so hard, I can't stop laughing. But that's what you want. You want to feel good about life. So it's just going to lead into this, though. What happens when the family can't get along? And somebody in the family got mental issues and you want to throw it back in their face. You need to go get help. Lady, I mean, watch my tongue, okay? I know I need help. I'm very fully aware of that. And I think that's the situation that's happening with Kanye West right about now. He clearly has an issue, but he's also using that issue as his crutch, as well as they also throwing their jabs at him like he ain't fully together because he got a mental complex. Come on now. Kanye West ain't fooling nobody. He is getting around the clock care. He choose and pick when he want to act like he got a disability or not. Because one thing I said to my children, don't ever let somebody define you with your diagnosis. You are not your diagnosis. It's because you have mood, depression, disorder. Just because you got ADHD. I don't know what I got right now, people. I don't know if it's bipolarness. I don't know if I got autism because my son is on the spectrum. I don't know if it's ADHD. I truly have to get properly diagnosed. I'm a Gemini. That's why I said I'm on my Kanye. It's real out there, okay? I have a twin sister, and I guess I got that side of it. And she's the sweetheart and don't drink. I cuss like a sailor, okay? So, we didn't do that. We did the real yin and yang of the twin thing, if you into politics. So that's why I brought my character into play, and I'm trying to also make people laugh and have a good time. I was trying to load a video, but it just never loaded for me. So it's like, oh well. So bringing this picture back. Okay, who wants to chime in on this Kanye West situation? And people in the chat, you can join in the conversation. From what I'm hearing now, Amber Rose, I had a tweet. Like everything you put on social media, it comes right back in your behind and get you, right?
Yeah, I do.
So I'm gonna check to see what's the latest on Kanye West, but and Kim Ye, you know, and that dude right there. Do you see a pattern with this lady? Let's
Yeah,
address let's address the elephant in the room here. It ain't Kanye West. It ain't that dude Pete, whatever his name is. It is Kim Kardashian and that whole entire Kardashian family. Oh yeah, I'm coming for them
mm-hmm.
because of what and how she done laid on her back and got her career. She's ruining everybody else's though. I mean that, but somebody didn't hear that from me.
Yeah, for real though.
You didn't hear that from me. So mental health awareness, you know. So I'm going to put in Kanye West because I'm curious of what's the latest because I don't care about celebrities enough to really. I'll see it in my past, and you know, Kanye West, his net worth is 1.8 billion
Yeah,
U.S. dollars. You think
that's
this man is cuckoo for Cuckoo Plus for a reason?
mm-mm. No, be not.
Me, me personally, celebrities is I tend not to try to compare or take advice or like I don't know. When it comes to celebrities, I look like they're all on drugs anyways, and I mean on the
Mm-hmm.
drug of clout. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest drug out there right now is clout. You know, and celebrities were the first fiends. You know what I'm saying? They were the people
Oh
that
yeah.
wanted to be famous. So I think a lot of I used to do music. I know
Okay.
a lot of people
Okay.
say that. A lot
Yeah,
of
you need to
people.
speak to me. You might want to speak to me because you used to do music. You could still be getting some money for whatever you got
Well,
have. So
I never got into like the legal stuff of it or like never got
I
on
can
stage.
help you with that.
I
I can
well, no,
help you with that.
I don't want to do music. It's just
Exactly.
something I when I was growing up I wanted to do.
Yeah, of
And
course.
I used to, like I said, growing up in the West Coast in California, there's not, you're gonna run into people. You know what I'm saying? It's not that then it's not that big when you're talking about going to this studio or going to that studio. Long story short, going into the small circle that I was in, which obviously I'm saying a small circle because I didn't get far with my career that I wanted to have. But even the small circle that I was in, I realized the type of mentality that you needed to have, the type of um, not just drive, but just what you needed to be able to sacrifice or just do. For instance, I was at a studio one time and it was just not good music being done in the studio. It was not good music, but because the
Yeah,
person might have helped out with some connections, there was a lot of ass kissing. There was a lot of,
of
oh, that's
course.
dope, bro. Oh man, this and that. And I was just like, I just can't put myself in a position to lie. Like, I mean, I'm not a hater. I'm not gonna bash you, but I'm gonna be like, man, this needs to do like this, or this is cool. Like, but it'd be better like that. Like, I'm just gonna be real about it. And I just could never see. There was a lot of things like that in the industry where I just couldn't see myself just lying to just
Mm-hmm.
get to
Yeah,
the next zone. You know what I'm saying? Just taking one for the team so I could get to the next. What I got to do next? Like I just can't. I got to be honest. I got to be real. And
that's that you.
And I'm glad you said that, Mr. Motive. I will let you speak too. You got to be real, and that's that. The problem is people don't want the truth. So
Yeah,
I'm being my Maggie of T of yes, I know I got a mental complex where I need to go get diagnosed. I'm calling them today to get that done. Okay, mind your business, but don't point it in my face like it's a bad thing. We put taboo on the mental health, and because I'm speaking my mind now and I'm not holding my tongue, trying to control it, I know I got an anger issue now. I know it. Hold on, I got to answer that call. Go ahead, Mr. Motivator.
but now what I was finna get ready to say though is like saying like the same thing that you said like about the rap industry. I felt the same way about the wrestling industry too. Like it's just all the same, man. Like it just is. I wasn't finna do nothing crazy behind the scenes to be none of that, man. And just don't have time to be doing it. And then this is something that you've been wanting to do as a kid, so it's like it's different, man. Like it really is. This stuff will open up your eyes and realize it ain't even worth it. So Me, I just try to just stay positive and deal with my own situation.
Oh yeah.
This world here is crazy, bro. Like it just is. Especially then you gotta pay attention to your circle too. Because your circle can mess up your dreams too now. So
Absolutely. Who you associate
yeah,
with yourself. If somebody says I don't like this person, you might want to look at that person, you know?
yeah.
Um, and that's what I mean by mind your business. I stay in my lane, you stay in yours. Don't be trying to be nosy. And you getting the wrong, you asking the wrong source. And then that's how that stuff get twisted. That's what it comes down to. And you say
Mm.
you're about tired of those Kardashians. Heck yeah. But
A
guess
lot of
what?
people
Kanye West is now a billionaire officially. That's the top news right now. So that man's going straight to the bank laughing at they behinds.
mm-hmm.
So he finna do what he want to do. He's a genius. At the end of the day, he just need a little help. See, what you do is you
People
misjudge people because they say I have a mental illness. You acting like that means that something is completely wrong with them. Could just mean I have a little bit of a temper. Okay, so I have to kind of fall all the way back. I'm working on that. But so people hear, oh yeah, you just crazy. Oh, you're gonna see real crazy very soon if you're talking like that.
that's
A
crazy
reaction
that
takes a
you said that.
reaction. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy that you said that because I got a temper too, but I mostly just be staying to myself to deal with everything. Like
Mm-hmm.
people don't realize that though until they in the same situation. That's why I don't want people to be in that situation, like in the hospital, taking drugs, all of that stuff. Like you don't want to be in that situation. So it's best to just, just give some motivation and keep it moving. If
That's
you
Yeah.
don't,
that's
what I'm
exactly
saying, the
what I'm
table
saying.
will turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people you could have somebody that has the exact same type of anger as you, Maggie, but you'll never know because their circle is different.
Yeah.
Their surrounding is different. Their
Yeah.
situation is different. You get what I'm saying? That's
Mm-hmm.
something that I try to tell my cousins and my nieces and nephews. I try to tell them like, you have to take care of yourself like that because that I think that's the biggest problem in my family is that we're so I don't want to say brainwashed, but we're so brought up to be like family, family, everything's family, family, make sure your family is family. And you know what? There's a lot of there's a
Bad family.
yeah, there's a lot of mess ups in your family. And if
Mm-hmm.
I had to stop what I was doing every
To
time
deal with your matters.
if I had to stop what I'm doing every time to help somebody in my family, I'd never get my situation figured out. So
Absolutely.
sometimes I tell my family, like, I know I seem like a dick, but you know what? I have
Yeah.
no problem helping you if I can. But I also
Yeah.
have no problem telling you, you know what? I'm sorry, that's too much energy. I can't afford right now to spend
Thank
on
you.
you and your
You are
situation.
a trigger. You
I
are
have,
a
yeah,
trigger,
yeah,
and I have to fall back because I see where
Yeah.
I can go there because I can really. I
yes,
my problem is I punch first, explain last.
yeah. I think if you can identify those triggers, I think that's a big help because if you can identify it, then just remove it. But see, that's on you though. If you don't remove
Exactly.
it,
And
if
that's
you
on
don't
you.
remove it, that's on you. You didn't remove it.
Yeah.
You identified it and you didn't remove it.
Absolutely. So I want to get into CLD 66 or SID 66. I do apologize. I've been sober 19 years and had to deal with a lot of issues, still dealing with it. Meditation helps a lot. Oh, yes, absolutely. I wanted to highlight that because I meditate.
Yeah. I
And
do
I
too.
recommend 30 minutes a day. If you can't get that 15 minutes, just have something on while on your way to work. When you're walking through the hallway, you can sneak an earpiece in, put that little music in there, do do do, like elevator music. They joking
Yeah.
about it, but it's gonna cause this from going from this to do do do. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
always about how you adjust yourself. So I have to have me a routine. Like I have to have an incense, a candle. I work from home now, technically doing this show because I literally don't have a
Yeah.
job. So this is my work from home. So I literally get up with my kids in the morning. I'm eating oatmeal. I'm, brushing my teeth. I'm getting up and getting dressed like it's a regular
Yeah.
day. When you don't wake
Mm-hmm.
yourself up and you don't get yourself up, you're gonna get into that habit of being, I don't want to, I can't. Next, a month went by. So I'm done with that. I don't want to talk about that anymore. I want some good stuff, good stuff. But last comment, then we're gonna be done with this topic. Ain't a single person in this world who's perfect. We shouldn't always look badly. I ain't even gonna read it. You just gonna got me finna start getting mad again because it's true.
Yeah, that's why we gotta work on ourselves, though. Work on our temper, everything, bro. Work on stuff that you know you need to be working on, but you're not doing it though.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's your superpower right there. Like people
Now,
don't realize that.
hmm
I think
now, like
I
I
think
said,
the
we.
key, real
Uh
quick,
huh.
sorry. I think the key to that is what Maggie said, a routine. I think that's the biggest key.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
when you talk about addiction, it's not just the drug that people get addicted to. It's the routine.
Yep.
Smoking weed, breaking down the weed, rolling it up,
Yep. Yep.
doing heroin, putting it in the
Routine.
spoon, lighting it up.
Hmm.
Like it's the routine. And that also is another way as far as meditation, the routine, getting the kids ready. Okay, they off, and now I'm to myself, put some music on, do this, whatever, put the candles on. A routine can really help you uh, find your way, find yourself and really relax you and get you ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I be
now,
yeah, you right.
now
Yeah.
this portion, we're gonna jump into the next one, and I appreciate. We probably get back to it in a minute, but this is only gonna be an hour show. But now this, y'all might want to exit stage left because there's a fine specimen I want to put on the screen. That's a Georgia player, and it's like I shouldn't be looking at him because he's a baby. All right, but I like me some tall men. Okay, very tall men because I'm a tall lady, and I'm just gonna put this up here. I'm just putting it up
Jordan
there.
Davis. Jordan
Oh my
Davis.
goodness! Wow, look at that big old man right there.
Jordan Davis. Oh my God.
Man, powered by Georgia Dairy. Woo. Yes, yes. I'm sorry. I feel
He
so
need to come
wrong.
to Atlanta, man. Oh my God.
I feel so wrong about this, people. But he's an adult, I just can't date him. But good Lord, Mister, I like a tall glass of milk myself. Was a
Oh
gift.
my God. What the hell? What the
Woo. This time for the ladies this morning. Good morning. Where the women at? Good morning. Good morning. But no, what do you think? Let's get into this draft. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. That's a fine specimen right there.
Whatever helps you stay sane.
It helps me feel good in life because one thing you got to do is you got to roll with the punches and move on. If you, like you said, it's up to you on how you dwell afterwards. You say what you got to say, speak your piece. So, Jordan Davis, y'all. Now we are in the off season. He's powered by more than, you know what? Y'all just, yeah, that comment. Mr. Motivate, what you got going on? So,
I don't know what happened. But nah,
you
you
laughing
just
at
talking about the
me?
draft. Yeah,
Yes,
well
talk
nah.
about the draft. Go
But nah,
ahead.
and I'll say this though, since we bring up the draft, cause the draft that's on my sister's birthday month. Her birthday
Okay.
in April. So for her birthday on July 1st, so she always be April Fools and everybody. So what I want in the draft is Jordan Davis, just like I wanted Kyle Pitts, and it's crazy that we got Kyle Pitts. But if we get Jordan Davis on our team, I'll be extremely happy. I
Oh, yeah.
really would.
Oh, yeah.
But it's time for some
I'll
help
start
now.
drooling over him, but I'll be happy.
Oh my God.
I'm still a
Oh,
lady at the
man.
end of the day. But no,
Funny.
what you got to tell, David? No, are you a Falcons fan? I didn't even ask that. Are you a Falcons fan or any fan of any
No,
team?
no.
That's fine.
You
So,
don't remember
how
me?
do you?
I'm the Bucks fan. Remember I came
I
on?
got you.
Yeah,
Got you.
yeah,
And look,
yeah.
it's early in the morning. It's early in the morning.
Uh,
So, how do you feel about that then, Mister Bucks fan? Like, your team. What is your needs that you feel you need to adjust?
I mean, we could talk about your team. It don't, we don't have to talk.
This is a diehard fanatics channel. It's a bit more. My morning show is for everything, so we'll talk about LeBron James, and we'll do that. So no,
So, well, my team is. We honestly, I think we're in a situation. You know about the Tom Brady and all that. Me personally, listen, a lot of people get mad at me on my channel because
mm-hmm.
I appreciate what Tom did for us. Don't get me wrong, but I see the writing on the wall. I seen and all year I've been telling people on my channel like Brady's arm is going. Like I see it. Like all year, his throws have been getting more inaccurate, more and more and more, and people didn't want to believe me. and people still don't believe me. Just because he makes a lot of his throws is like, yeah, I'm not saying he can't throw the ball no more. I'm saying that I'm seeing the decline. I'm seeing the inaccuracy pop up more and more. So and then all of a sudden they're saying, oh, he might retire this year. And I'm trying to tell everybody, I told you, like, I can see it. I can see why he feels like maybe I need to retire this year, because I can see his arm leaving.
Yeah.
But after that, we have our rookie that we drafted last year. Um, I think we need to start replenishing, some of these free agents, JPP, and Dominican Sue, some of these free agents that are older. We got to start drafting the replacements and stuff. Um, but yeah, as far as I'm gonna be honest with you guys, as far as the Falcons, man, I I just think y'all should try again with your head coach, man. I wouldn't really say anything until you guys speak.
I think I will stop you there. I feel that I don't ever give the.
You sound really robotic. I don't know if that's just me.
Okay, it might be me. How about that sound?
It's gone.
Oh yeah, it's me. It's me.
But now I think Arthur Smith. See, they knew. See, Arthur Smith. Now he just started as a head coach, man. I see if we had somebody like the dude from the Patriots. He been a head coach for years. But Arthur Smith did his first time.
So what I was gonna say, he jumped off, but I think he was having some issues too. I don't ever give like I don't judge a coach for his first time, especially first time being a head coach. Period. So it's like I give it take a coach a good couple of years before they really get into the groove of things. So I look at more of the progression of the team versus the win or loss. So it's like what I started seeing happen was he came into the season not knowing his team. Okay. He
Right.
thought he was coming in with Julio Jones. That's out the door.
Mhm.
Kevin Ridley. That's out the door.
Yep.
So who is that number one receiver now? Or we already know Arthur Smith is he likes his tight ends. So it makes sense how the draft went. So as people got to have to just think about, and it's just because you're the outside looking in, you have your opinions. But
No, I understand. I understand those. What you're saying. In my eyes, I look at it like this. I've been through the Coach Ciano, come from college, the first time head coach, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I see. I mean, we see it all the time. Like, you're not the only franchise that has a first time head coach. Like, that's the thing right now. And how many of it is playing out? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just I understand what you're saying, and you could be right. You know what I'm saying? This year, maybe even next year, he finally gets it together and boom, everything starts clicking. But I just look at it like I just don't want to waste time taking the chance to find out something that's probably the inevitable. That's one. But I will say this. The one thing that I have noticed with, my coaching staff as far as Bruce Arians, right? The one thing that I can say, because a lot of people act like, oh, Brady came in there and did it all. And, he came in and did his job.
And I agree with you down there. I feel like your team was already together. It was just like it was the icing on the cake for your team.
It was just the quarterback play was magnified way better with Tom Brady. But the weapons were there. The defense was already there. And what people don't understand is we had the pieces even before Bruce Arians. But what we noticed was with Bruce Arians and Todd Bowles was the knowledge of the game. Like, our players just felt so much smarter. They seemed so much more prepared. And again, this was before Brady. Brady didn't come to us, and then all of a sudden they felt more prepared. It wasn't that. It was before the last year with Jameis Winston.
I remember,
the ending of the season, the second half of the season, our defense just clicked. It just they understood it, right? They understood. They looked like they knew what they were doing, and it was like players that we had, like Mike, William Golston, that we've had for like 4 or 5 years. All of a sudden, look like they really look like NFL players now, like 2-year players, 3-year players that we've had on the team. They look like, wow, like I see it. They're learning. These coaches are teaching, and I think that's my biggest thing, because we're gonna be back in the same spot in like 2 years, maybe even next year. They're already asking my head coach, are you coming back next year? So we're gonna be on the look for another coach again and everything. We're gonna have to go through this process, and I see it where it's like, now I know whatever coach we get, I already know what signs to look for, which is, are they teaching the players? Does the progress from your players, are you seeing progress from your players? Forget the wins and L's right now, but
Mm-hmm.
do they look like they're learning? Do they
Absolutely.
look like they're growing? Are we
Yeah,
building something here?
yeah.
And that's what I meant.
Right.
That's what I meant. I was like, I don't care how our record end up, long as I see progression.
That's
That's
all we
giving
need.
me the future. That's giving me an idea of what it could be once they kind of make some tweaks and get checked first the draft, then undrafted, and then free agency. So let's see what happens. What team they gonna put together first? That's what I will worry about. Hey, Carlo Tyrone, how you doing, Kyle? Well, he
He
disappeared. I'm
didn't.
about
He didn't disappear.
to
But
disappear.
now,
I'm about to sing him a song. I feel so embarrassed. I have a
oh my
song ready
God,
to go. Carlo
dog.
Tyrone.
But I remember like the Buccaneers, like they got them a quarterback called Kyle Trask. He used to play with Kyle Pitts. I want to see him too.
He's nice. I keep telling people, and people think I'm just saying it because I'm a Bucks fan, but I'm telling you, when I seen him in preseason,
Mm-hmm.
he looked nice, and we didn't have an O line for him. The O line was trash, and he was making fast decisions, great with his
Wow.
accuracy. I mean, I am so excited for that kid. I want to see him so
Yeah,
bad. And I'm people again. A lot of Buck fans are mad at me because I'm kind of like, well, yeah, are you going to retire Brady? Like, I'm waiting for him to retire. Like, I want to
Yeah.
see this kid play with these weapons because how he looked with, I mean, let's be honest, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, like we got weapons. Like a lot of
yeah, I
quarterbacks
do.
go to this team. So
Mhm.
I really want to see him, and he looked nice in college. If you watched him in college, he knew how to use his weapons. He knew
He
how to use
did.
he knew how to use what's his name, Kadarius something, the guy that's with the Giants that I think Giants fans are sleeping on. I think that kid's amazing too. That wide receiver, but he knows how to use his weapons. He knows how to use them, and he knows how to use them at big moments. You know, he knows how to.
Yeah, he
You
do.
know what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
He
I,
talking about
I,
Kyle Trask. Yeah, I like so my thing about Kyle when the draft came, I was a big if the Falcons was gonna get a quarterback last year and it was gonna be a late round quarterback, I said go get Kyle Trask because as a Georgia fan, seeing Kyle Trask for 2 years, really beat like he didn't beat us the first time, but the second time he beat us, even though we was playing with I don't even know who our quarterback was that second game. But just like seeing what he did with Kyle Pitts, seeing what he did with Kadarius, to all those wide receivers in Florida who they had talent, which that was their best team because like I mean, he had 2 years of their best squad,
yeah.
and he did great. I mean, he was able to
Hmm.
come in, mind you, he was a highly recruited quarterback out of high school. I don't think a lot of people knew that about him. When he was coming out of high school, he was one of the best quarterbacks in Florida. Him and I can't think of Miami's quarterback, but they were both. I think it might have been De'Aaron King, but they were at the same school. And they basically was playing. They were like playing snaps, like in high school when you got one running quarterback and a quarterback that can
Hmm.
throw, and you
Yeah.
switch. They were switching each other out, and so they were both really highly recruited quarterbacks. Kyle Trask just went to Florida, and his whole career he had to deal with Felipe because Felipe was a starting quarterback
He
when he
was.
first got
Yeah.
there. So
Hmm.
Felipe went down and broke his leg. And you see Kyle Trask came in and Felipe didn't get his job back because you saw what Kyle Trask had. And I mean he's had great games and he's had some bad games. We saw some bad
Yeah.
games in Florida, but he's had mostly great games. And a lot of the people got I think a lot of people kind of sort of took him off the bottom lower on their draft board over that
Yeah.
Oklahoma game. But if you go
Hmm.
back to that Cotton Bowl game, he didn't have nobody because everybody left. All his starting wide receivers left. They went to go do draft prep because they weren't in the playoffs. That's the thing I don't like about college football. When kids aren't in the playoffs, they just want to leave. They just want to be like, no, I ain't gonna play in this bowl game. And he didn't do that. He had to build his draft stock. So he played, but they got blown out because he didn't have nobody around him. He's playing with practice squad kids. So
Yeah.
that's the thing with that, and he's gonna be good. I wouldn't be surprised if he's not good because I know he was gonna be good. I knew he was what he did at Florida with weapons. He needs weapons. It's the same thing with Mac Jones. Mac Jones did great this year with the Patriots because he didn't have as many weapons, but he still had a great offensive system. When he was at Alabama, he had a great offensive system that showed, but he still had better. He had better weapons at Alabama, but he still was in a good system, and so he would learn to be able to pro quarterback. Those guys still play pro football. They played in pro systems. Kyle Trask played in a pro system at Florida. As much as we
Yeah,
don't like, as much as I don't like Dan Mullen, he had him as a in a pro style type of offense. So I can understand your excitement. You got to see him, early, preseason, you got to see him, and he was looking good. Like if you he was doing at Florida, you like, okay, he's looking good. But that's the thing with Brady is like Brady's gonna hold him back until Brady's ready.
Hmm.
And that's the worst part about it. Because if Brady doesn't want to leave and Brady wants to keep playing, Brady's gonna keep playing. That's the thing
yeah,
about
he
it.
will. Yeah,
And you can't be like, oh, we got to start the new guy. You're not gonna put Brady on the bench because you put
Right,
Brady on
mm,
the bench, he gonna leave.
right,
Okay,
right,
So
he
I'm
will.
let me I want to kind of throw a monkey in the wrench. If someone wanted to talk about Seattle now. Like I said, I've been sick, so honestly,
Yeah.
I missed a whole good month of
Hey, I
football.
got something to say about Seattle. Cause my
Yeah.
granddad a Seattle fan. Man, my granddad said that since he loves Seattle, he want Calvin Ridley out there. But I told my granddad, man, you crazy if you think Calvin really finna go over there. He finna stay in the position where he at, but he need to go to a different team. But
Hmm.
Seattle though, like only person they really got is that little short dude and DK Metcalf. So I'm surprised Russell Wilson is back because when he got injured, like this is what I've been saying. The quarterback need protection, man. The quarterback can't work if his O line ain't
Yeah,
straight,
because
his wide receivers not working
Seattle's
together.
quarterback situations like Matt Ryan. He's on his back more than
Yeah,
half the game. You
yeah,
don't protect the
yeah,
quarterback.
yeah. Because
I
when he
think
got injured, he had a needle in his hand, man. It took like
yeah.
weeks for him to throw to be yeah. A needle got in his hand. I was like, oh my god! Like if you see his whole hand, look, it's to the white meat. Like I was shocked when I seen that. So
I think the thing with Seattle, I don't think if you go back to after they won that Super Bowl, um, Seattle started kind of sort of doing. They had a dimensional phase where they just started going to get weapons and they weren't protecting. They didn't protect because remember they traded who was it? Matt. They traded their starting center for Jimmy Graham.
right, yep,
So you think about like they really went and tried to like rebuild right after the Super. They rebuild that O line. When that O line, all you had to do is they didn't want to pay him.
Hmm.
So
yep,
they started trading those guys away and trying to get guys in, and it just hasn't worked. They haven't
yeah,
had a running game since Marshawn Lynch left. They haven't had a really dominant running game since Marshawn left. And that still goes to the O line. Like I understand, like Chris Carson, because Chris Carson isn't a bad running back. Chris Carson's not a bad running back, but because of like the whole thing of you kind of sort of just left Russell, you let because you saw Russ could run, you kind of just like, oh well, we're gonna run rollout offenses,
yeah,
and you can't do that all the time. Even though he's short, he
yeah,
needs to roll out. But the
mm-hmm,
thing is, you can't leave him out there like that. Like you trying to leave him out there, like, and he's getting older. He's not as
yeah,
fast as he was in the first couple years when he was in the league. Like, and he
yeah,
kept getting
you're right,
hurt. He
yeah,
kept getting hit. So
Okay,
he's
mm-hmm,
gonna lose
I
a lot
I
of
heard
his
that's kind of
speed.
his fault though.
Yeah,
go
I
ahead.
heard that Russell a lot of times does that on his own. Like the play is not meant to roll out, or like the play is not meant for him to run, but he just does it to go by time, and it's like the ball should have been out already. Like they're saying that a lot of times.
well,
Like
he
right now
can't
they
yeah,
got
see.
they got a problem going
So
on with Pete Carroll and Russ, and I think that's why Russ is kind of talking about like leaving to another team. And
yeah,
I kind of see it. I kind of see it where it's like the
mm-hmm,
ball should have just been out. Should have just been a three-step drop, and he just wants to roll out and buy more time and find maybe a more open receiver, or I don't know. I don't know,
I
but
mean,
yeah,
that
supposedly
he,
the
there's something.
injury. I go to Patrick Mahomes this year. Patrick Mahomes started this season. Remember, he had surgery in the offseason.
he
And
did,
everybody
yep,
was like, "Oh man, Pat doesn't look the same. Pat doesn't look the same because he had that foot surgery. Right? He was trying to run in preseason. Everybody was like, "Whoa, that is not Patrick Mahomes." It takes some time to get healed, to be full of 100. And if Russ don't trust his O line, I could see why he kept trying to roll out. Like if you don't trust your O line enough, and you like, I know even if I do a 3-step drop, I still might get hit, or if I do it, or
Mm-hmm.
I do a 5-step drop and I'm still gonna get hit, I'm gonna try to roll out. But the thing
Yeah,
with it
you're right.
now is
Yeah,
that linebackers are so fast. It's not the same type of game where you could roll out as a quarterback and the linebacker can maybe keep up with you. These
yeah.
linebackers are faster than you now. So
Mm-hmm.
now you trying to roll out and they got a spy. That spy coming right at you. So now
Yeah,
and then they go blitz you because they know the O line weak. So like I understand his frustration up there. Like I can understand why Seattle was like, okay, we need to figure this out. And
yeah,
if he leaves, that's gonna put it's gonna be Pete or it's gonna be him. One of them are gonna leave, and I really don't think they're gonna get rid of Russ before they get rid of Pete. But
yeah,
you never know. If Russ wants to trade, then they're gonna have to trade him. Like
yeah.
and it's gonna be a team to take him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing with if he goes to Chicago, that goes to another thing to development because you went and drafted Justin Fields last year at 11, and then you bring in Russell Wilson, and then you're not gonna play him for another 2-3 years.
Hey, I got something to say since you just brought up Justin Fields. I mean, everybody was talking about bringing Justin Fields to Atlanta, but you see what's gonna happen with Matt Ryan, how he getting hit. Justin Fields finna get the same
Justin
thing.
Fields was gonna get killed. I mean, and Justin Fields has
Yeah,
shown he was injury prone this year. That's the
yeah,
thing about it. Like Justin Fields got hit a couple times this year, and he looked like okay. Like when he got his helmet took off in that preseason game, I was like, okay, yeah, like he's not he. I think the thing for me was with Justin is that I never liked. I understand the whole thing of Georgia. You wasn't gonna get playing time and blah blah blah, but all you had to do is wait a year. Jake Fromm was
hmm
not. Jake Fromm was literally walking out the door, and then Jamie Newman committed. But you might have been able to beat out Jamie Newman. But no, you went right to the transfer portal. Like after a year of being here, you went straight to the transfer portal,
yeah,
and it's like okay, you couldn't wait, and that's what I didn't like about it because you go to Ohio State and have an amazing year, and then you go to but you weren't developed. Like you weren't developed enough to be like, okay, I'm gonna go to the draft now. It's like a fast track for some of these guys, especially a quarterback. It's a fast track. Like, okay, I had a great year. Everybody's saying I should go to the draft. I'm a top 5 pick. Let me go. And none of
yeah,
these guys are coming out developed. Mac Jones was the best developed quarterback because
yeah,
he's been in Alabama for 5 years, and he just waited his turn. He got his degree. All of that stuff was done before he left. So now if Mac Jones get hurt, he got a backup plan. He got a degree, or he gonna go on TV. That's the thing
yeah,
about it. Like these guys
yeah.
don't understand. It's a different type of game. Like it's not like basketball where you can
It's
do
not.
stuff like that, and you can play a year and then go to the league because you can be developed at least when you get to the NBA. It's not
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. Plus, you moving around on the field and stuff like you constantly working on your body and on the field. That's a lot.
Okay, let's bring it back to the Falcons here. Since it's now the off season, and we're getting ready to roll into our draft show, and we're gonna have to orchestrate some things for that because
Yeah.
me and Mad Mike was on there forever.
I
We
was
clocked
I
in for
was
the
there.
draft.
I was there.
So we're gonna wrap that back up, but we're gonna be in section this time. Everybody gonna clock in and clock out because
Yeah,
I did all 3 days of the draft on FILA, and I did the
yeah,
first night was 3 hours, second night was 3 hours, and the third day
yeah,
was like 2.5 or something like that. Like
yeah.
you have to take that in sections, because then it's
Man,
always
man,
so
that's crazy.
late. That's the worst part about it. Is
and what
like
I'm thinking about doing is because there is less restrictions on Twitch, I might make our live show on Twitch only because to grow that audience because I want to be able to show the game and not get in trouble about it.
Yeah,
So like I
yeah,
want to be able to enjoy the draft with us so we can have it on the screen where we can all talk about it and it'll be a little bit more fair. So I'm thinking that's
mhm.
what I'm going to do. I will do my Twitch because we have an AFN Twitch, Atlanta Falcons Nation. Go look them up. We have a Twitch. Matt Mike Sports has a Twitch. Get on there and give us some likes and things. So this is like a little advertisement. So we're preparing for the draft. So I need to hear from the fans. What are the needs
I
in
know
your
what the
team?
need.
And it don't have to be Falcons. It can be whatever our needs are. And of course, I'm opening up to the fans too. But I'm gonna put the link in
Okay,
the
I know
chat.
what we need.
What
We
you need?
first of all, we need a blocker for Matt Ryan because I'm tired of him getting hit. Then we need some help for Grady Jarrett so he can get off the field sometime. Like we need help, and mostly like even AJ Terrell, he need him a partner so we can get more interceptions. Like we got a lot of short people. So I think the first thing is the defense.
I think, yeah, I saw a couple of mocks, and I can't agree with a lot of them, and then some of them I can't agree because um, Mel Kiper's mock was Stingley from LSU.
Mm.
Then I think Todd McShay's was I think we got it wasn't it was a, either it might have it was a I think it was really I think it was a DB. I can't remember exactly what it was. It might have been a DB. It might have been a D lineman. And then I saw one guy drafted a wide receiver, and I was like, no, that's not gonna work. Even though we do need a wide receiver because we don't know about what Calvin. But I'll say something about this draft. This is gonna be one of the best drafts all around, even if it's not just pure stars. It'll be a
Yeah,
lot of great role players in this draft.
I say this
And
season. I think the new season, especially with this new TV deal, and it's going to be.
right.
I think it's just going to be an exciting time to love football. That's
yeah,
what
Yeah,
I
it
feel
is.
like it's going to be.
It's crazy because we going against the Steelers this year, and my mom boyfriend talking about my mom and him gonna wear the Steelers jersey, and I'm gonna wear my Falcons jersey with my grandparents. I'm like, and then they coming here too, so that's gonna be good. So I feel like that's gonna
that's
be a
gonna be
great
a
season.
game where I gotta go. I gotta go to that game.
Yeah,
My granddad
yeah.
is he was a Steelers fan before he passed
Wow,
away. So like
wow.
that's a
Sorry
big
to
it's
hear
a family thing. Like everybody,
that.
all my family's from Pittsburgh, so
Wow,
I gotta hear from them every year about how good the Steelers are and how bad we
yeah,
are. So
man.
I gotta go to that game just for the fun of it.
And I can
Yeah,
say one thing I can commend about them Steelers. They hold on to a coach.
they do. Yeah. Like Mike, he been there a long time. I got a feeling though, because Tony Brown was giving praise to Ben Roethlisberger. I got a feeling AB might go back to the Steelers. Like I've been feeling like he gonna go back there for some reason.
I think him and Tomlin gotta exercise their demons together. Like they gotta get that out the way, and I can
Yeah,
see him going back. I think whoever they go draft because they gotta draft the quarterback, and
they do. Yeah,
I really think it's gonna be Kenny Pickett. I think that's who they're gonna go get. I can't see them going to go get Sam Howell or anybody. I think Kenny Pickett is their best option for what they run. But I mean, it's going to be the whatever draft, whoever they draft. Now it'd be crazy if they didn't draft quarterback first round and waited to the second round to get a quarterback. That would be wild in my eyes. But
yeah,
I think they're gonna have to figure it out because Ben retires, and we don't know what's going on with everything else. Like that team is set. They just need a quarterback at this point because what
yeah,
they did was they built a great team. Only thing they needed really O line, but they
yeah.
built a
Just like
great
us.
team I was say Jews, not Jews. Juju with I can't even think the other dude. Chase Claypool, Fryer
Mm-hmm.
move. Like and then like you still got Najee, you still got Benny
Yep.
Snell, like you still got a squad.
Yeah, that's the
And
type of running back we need, man. We need a
yeah,
running back like Najee Harris in Atlanta. We do. 'Cause Najee Harris
that's
was
why
a run back like
I
a
really
wide
want
receiver.
James Cook if I'm gonna go running back. I want James
Yeah,
Cook or I want Haskins. Like those are the only two
yeah.
guys those are
Only
the two
only
I would
reason
want. Or
only
Zeus.
reason why I said that we need a running back. So if we do sign, I'm gonna just say Cordell Patterson gonna come back. But when the Cordell come back, I want him just to play straight wide receiver. So whoever we get at running back can actually play. Cause Cordell cannot just be playing wide receiver then running, but that's stress. So it's best for him. He want to retire here. This a blessing that he want to retire here. He could say that I want to go to a different team, but he trying to figure out what Terry and them gonna do. I feel like he should be here. Like 9 times 10, bro, Cordell was the Julio Jones of the team. Just by the way just by the way he was playing, helping his team out. Throwing like I went to the game with the Detroit Lions. He was throwing the footballs to everybody. Like I was shocked to see that. So it just like he's showing it like that he want to be here. So it's just time for some changes. Like it really is.
Okay, I put up the
Um
schedule, the Falcons schedule. If y'all wanted to look at that and look at our opponents and everything.
See,
As you
I
see,
got a question.
mm-hmm.
Why do we always have to face the Buccaneers twice? Like
because we
why?
division
Yeah,
rivals.
the division rivals. So we gonna
Oh,
play our divisions twice. Yeah, that's every year. No matter,
I
I don't
don't.
care who's on the roster, I mean, on the schedule. Our rivals, we have 2 games every year. So
Why
that's
was
what you
LA
do.
the game they chose as our random game this year? And they owe us a home game. They owe us a home game because of what we had to play in London. So they got to give us that.
yeah,
We can't go back to London again. Like they owe because like how they put it was like like how Falcons has been only home win we had was in London, and then when we finally beat I forgot who do we play at home? The Lions at home. Oh, we finally won
mhm,
a home game in Atlanta. But
yeah,
like you got to think we got a great home schedule next year. Like I feel like the
ooh,
stadium should be packed out for all those games at home because
yeah,
those are good games. Like no matter if you a fan, and I don't want us to go in there and get out fanned because I went to the Redskin game last year and we almost got out fanned. Like it was
Oh
so
yeah,
right,
many Redskin jerseys and stuff in there. I'm just like, this is ridiculous.
yeah. I
Like
feel you though. Yeah,
like it's like if you go look at a Bucks game, and this is just to bring in like or really a Steelers game. If you go look at a home Steelers game, you ain't gonna see too many opposite color jerseys,
no,
really and truly. And you can everybody can talk about that whole PSL thing and we can't survive the PSL. We just need to sell tickets, blah blah blah. Every stadium in America has a PSL.
right, yeah.
Everyone. So you can't say it's the PSL.
I
No,
got
if
something
you're
to say.
not going to games, you're not going to games. Don't blame it on
Yeah,
something that it's not.
mm-hmm.
I got something to say though, cause I got a feeling Atlanta Falcons finna be a good team, and we gonna be really winning our games. But if you not a true Falcons fan, we don't need you in the stadium, bro. Like we just
Yeah,
don't. Like we need people to be a true fan, like straight up, man. Cause it seems
and a
like every
realistic
time we go,
fan
that
as
too, because
well.
when I went to the stadium, it was a lot of empty seats with a bunch of Detroit Lion fans in there. Man, I said I wish I could have just stayed home. 'Cause I was not expecting that, man. But was a true fan. I was the loudest one in the stadium, bro. I was so loud, and white people was trying to figure out, man, you the loudest one in here. Because I'm finna support my team, man. Like we need true supporters. Like I'm tired of this, man. A lot of fake people trying to act like they true fucking man. Please don't drop on the wagon when we start winning and get rings and stuff. Cause you was not there
Absolutely.
when we was failing. You wasn't there when we was failing. So
Mm-hmm.
I
yeah,
think people are going to hate next year if we make the playoffs. I
yeah,
think everybody was like, "Oh, it's going to like somebody's like, oh, it's going to take Terry 3 years to make this team right." Blah blah blah. Well,
Mm-hmm.
we almost made the playoffs this year in this first year.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah,
So let's think about next year and looking at that schedule. We got some favorable games with a good team. If we got a team set, and I think that O line needed this year. As much as we got beat
yeah,
up, as much as Matt got beat up, it's like when you got like when you like all your whole line was all seniors, and then your
yeah.
seniors leave, and then your
Mm-hmm.
guys come in behind them, and they not the same success. But you got to think those seniors been playing together since junior varsity, or they've been
Right,
playing
yeah.
together since they freshman year at their college. They've been doing
Mm-hmm.
practices together, and so they got chemistry. This
Yep,
this O line ain't had no chemistry. They ain't played together. The only person that played together on this O line was the right side. Left side was
yeah,
a rookie, and you had a rookie, and you had Jake Matthews, and then you got a new center. So this whole offseason program, I think for all of them is to work out together. Go do stuff
yeah,
together. Go bowling. Go do this. Go do that. Just
yeah.
to build chemistry. Like
Yeah.
when I don't know if you guys play 2K, but you remember in 2K or like any of the sports game when they make you do like team activities and stuff.
Yeah,
That's
I be
what we
playing
gotta
2K.
do.
Yeah,
Like
I be playing
it's
it,
gonna
man.
have
I
to
be
be stuff
playing it.
like that.
Yeah, you right though. 'Cause I be playing NBA 2K too. They always be having team everything, bro. Like you
Yeah.
not good without your partner. Like you
And
might
that
even
that
find somebody different.
that remind me of when we had Terrence Mathis on the show, and he came on
Mm-hmm.
twice, and Chuck Smith and all them. Um, one thing they said about Dan Reed. That's why I'm so mad. I was sick during that time. I'm gonna still do that compilation video of all the former players that came on. Now that I'm better, I am better,
Yeah,
everyone. But
I'm happy too.
one thing they did say is Dan Reeves brought togetherness to that team. They went together
Yeah,
to dinner. They sat together on the plains. They talked. They praised. They worshiped. And you could tell there was love. I'm gonna go back to these pictures.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There was love there in Dan Reeves. Even if he was a Broncos, wherever he
Yeah.
went, he showed love to everybody that
I
needed it.
love that because he not making it about just him. He thinking about everybody included. We a unit. It's not just about me.
I
So
think that was the team last year though. Like the team last year, if you go look at that team last year, we you could tell it was weird because I said something like preseason when you was getting all the locker room videos and stuff, and the guys were all happy in there, and I was just like, maybe and this is just not to bring up Julio, but like maybe Julio was the problem, like
he
team
probably was,
chemistry
yeah.
wise,
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
and
he oh
and it was kind of weird because I was just like, how's everybody else? Like you bring in Mike Davis, you bring in Cordell, or you bring in all these other guys, and they happy to be here. They want to be here.
yeah.
They laughing, joking with each other, laughing with Matt. And Matt's a cool guy, but you don't usually see
He do.
Matt like laughing hard. Like what you got clips of
Mm-mm.
seeing Matt laughing hard and
Yeah.
being happy. And I was
Just
like,
because I think the reason why Matt Ryan was like that because he missed Julio Jones. He missed that dude. I know he do.
oh
He
yeah,
missed that dude. He do.
that was like his best friend. I think, and then he did his press
Yeah.
conference. You could tell it hurt him. To when the Julio left, I think you could tell when he was talking, it hurt because
Yeah.
that was his guy.
Mm-hmm.
And
Was, man.
that's like you lose your best friend, or you met your best friend mad at you, and you can't talk to him. You like, man, I wish I could talk to my best friend today.
And I'm gonna
And
say
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
kind
this.
of sort of
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. The one
Right.
problem that author's blank has is it is favoritism. He has that favorite guy, and see
Yeah.
that's why it trickled down to the dumb Netroff and all
Yeah.
them
Tom
people.
Meachoff, yeah.
It was basically, oh, well, he's a star player, and that's who we're gonna focus ourselves around. Terry comes in and say, I want the best player in the draft. I'm not
Yeah.
feeling the need. I'm getting the best man possible because guess what? If you build up in the trenches and all these strong men that mean something and are versatile, it can be put anywhere. Matt Ryan is coaching. People don't realize Matt Ryan is over
Yeah.
there saying, get your foot down, get in position, shut up and let's go. Huh.
Yeah.
He got to do
Yeah.
all that and find out where my receiver at. Where is my receiver?
Yeah.
He got all this going on. Then he on his back trying to look at pressure because you ain't protecting this man.
Yeah.
This man is the ages of me. I think he's 36 or something like that. 35,
Mhm.
36, 37.
Yeah.
Me and Matt the same age. When I got to
Yeah.
deal with my kids in the morning, dragging. Then I'm arguing with family at this time. Y'all saw how I came on here today. I wasn't
Yeah.
together. I didn't have
Yeah.
anything at all. I'm just mad and cussing and throwing fingers and
Yeah, it's hurtful when it's just you and you got to deal with everything, bro. That's too much stress. It's best when it's balanced because you don't got so much stress on you. Like you can't just be the person that's doing all the cooking, then you making sure everything good, then you checking up on. No, bro, that's a lot of stress. It's better to have one person doing everything, so it be no stress because everybody got a job. But it's too much stress when you got everything. Then you checking up on people, then you need to be checked up on too, man. Please, that's too much.
And go ahead.
Yeah, I think when you're like the thing with and the thing is like you look at Matt at 36.
Yeah.
You've had I mean
Yeah.
he's had 4 coordinators at this point in his career.
Yep.
He's
Yeah.
or maybe or more. He's had multiple He's had 3 coaches now because he's had 3 head
Yeah.
coaches. It was Mike Smith, then it was it was
Dan
Mike, then
Quinn.
it was Dan, then it was
Yep.
now it's Arthur.
Arthur Smith, yeah.
So now you only constant you had was the Mintroff and Julio, but
Yeah.
then
You know what's messed up? Matt Ryan supposed to been had some rings, man. He was supposed to been had some Super Bowl rings. We had Roddy White. I just now noticed we had Tony Gonzalez.
Oh
We
yeah.
supposed to been had rings.
And that was with the year of Tony to tight end.
Yeah.
That's Matt Ryan's one of his best years, and he audible a lot more then.
yeah.
Like
And I think he had free range. I think going into this year, he's gonna have a lot of free range this year. I think Arthur Smith because Arthur Smith trusts him. It's the thing
He
with
do.
Arthur Smith. He knew, and he said this when he got here. He said, "Man, I love Matt Ryan because Matt Ryan is the ultimate professional." So
Right.
if you go and look at what Matt can do, we know what Matt can do. We saw that 2016 season. We saw the 2015 season. We saw the 2018 season when he had 5,000 yards. We've seen
Yeah,
all these years with these big yards, and we're just like, okay, so we all know what Matt can do if he's in a good system and what he can do.
yeah,
But
yeah,
my thing is, I want to go back to Pruitt's comment. We didn't squander this draft because we literally went out and got multiple guys. Like you got to start. You got Richie Grant. Richie Grant's going to start safety unless we. I don't think we're going to draft Kyle Hamilton. So Richie Grant's going to be your starting safety next year. You're going to have Ogun Desi, who is going to be your outside. Who's going to be your outside linebacker
yeah.
slash DN
Hey,
slash
hey,
rusher.
we can't forget about man, my favorite person, Isaiah Oliver. We can't forget about
Yeah,
him.
So let me
like
let me ask you guys a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have or do you guys think you have Matt Ryan's successor on the team now?
no.
No.
Oh,
Oh,
Because here's my thing: what you guys are talking about as far as like him, you know, teaching the kids basically, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to do this, got to do that, which it happens. It comes with the territory, especially where your guys' franchise is at right now. You guys kind of starting over a little bit, and what I noticed is a lot of young quarterbacks. I think that's something that they miss is they're so focused on getting their stuff together that it takes them a while to be able to crack the whip. That's something that I've learned from Tom Brady, what he's
yeah,
brought to the table, being able to crack the whip. Uh, and I noticed that with Jameis when we had Jameis. We were in the first year when we had Bruce Arians, and we're learning the routes and everything in training camp and stuff. And there's videos, and there was a video where Chris Godwin, like I guess Chris Godwin and Jameis had miscommunication in practice, and like they're showing live streams or whatever, and they're showing it so you can hear them. And
yeah,
Chris Godwin comes back to the huddle and talking to Jameis, and Jameis is like, "Okay, yeah, we'll do it. Like, you're right, we'll do that." Jameis tells Chris Godwin, "You're right, we'll do that." And Chris Godwin tells Jameis, "No, it's not about me being right. It's about how do you want me to run it? Like,
yeah.
if you
right,
want me to run it
right.
like
Yeah,
that,
because you the
then no."
quarterback.
Yeah, and
Hmm.
from there I noticed like that's something that Jameis has no problem beating himself up, saying, "I got to get better. I got to do this." Jameis has no
Yeah,
problem saying, "Okay, you got to get better. You got to do this." But Jameis
yeah.
has a
That's
problem with
crazy. You
cracking the
said.
whip and saying, "I want it like this. I don't want
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
I don't want to run that
I
route.
think
I don't want to
I
do that."
think that's what Matt Ryan got to do. Matt Ryan has to do that. Everything you just said was true. Matt Ryan.
Even the in the beginning with Tom Brady, um, if you remember the beginning with Tom Brady, his first interceptions, the comeback route, that's what got Jameis's interceptions up was that one route. Brady threw that
Yeah,
route one time. Actually, he did it twice. He threw it two times, got picked off the second time. He never ran that route again. We never seen that route on the field again. And
Yeah.
that's something that I think a lot of young quarterbacks come in. They're so focused on I got to do my part. I can't mess up that they don't learn that as the quarterback you have to force what you're comfortable with. You have to force what
yeah,
you want. You have to
yeah,
be the man and say, listen, whether it's to the players or to the coach,
yeah,
I don't want to run that play. I don't like that play. I'm not comfortable with those routes. I don't like that route concept. I don't want
yeah.
that player on the field. Whatever it is, and I think that's something that some teams get lucky. They get
Hmm.
success instantly, and I think that makes them feel entitled to be who they want to be. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you're
yeah,
growing, it's like that, like like for instance, what's homeboy's name? Baker
yeah.
from
Baker
Dallas.
Mayfield.
Baker
Baker
Mayfield.
Mayfield.
You can tell
Yep.
he don't feel like he's entitled. You know what I'm saying? He might
Nope.
feel like that towards us to the fans, but to the rest of
Mm-mm.
the team, you can tell he knows he's not the man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He's
Right.
not gonna
Yeah.
sit there and be like, "Oh yeah, I want you to do this." No, he's asking. You can tell the difference of the quarterbacks that are doing that, and I think
Yeah.
that's just something that I learned from Brady that I'm like, it's a lot more important than I thought. It's a lot more
Yeah.
Yeah.
important than I thought.
Because he's saying something though. He's saying what he needs you to be doing. Because he the one that's throwing it to you. So
I
yeah.
remember. I don't know if y'all remember the clip. It's Tony Gonzalez posted it when he got into the Hall of Fame. It was him and Matt. And it was so funny because Matt he was running around and Matt didn't like his route. This is young Matt. This is like Matt. What Tony got here in what 20? 20, it might have been not been 20, it might have been 2009, 10. When Tony first got here and Matt walked up to him, this is like after I think we had scored the touchdown. This is afterwards, and Matt walked up to him and said, "No, I need you to sit right here. I need you to sit your ass right here because this is where I want you to sit when we do this route." He said, "When you get back there, sit." And Tony turned around to the camera and said, "That's why he's my quarterback." And that's kind
Right.
of sort of
Yep.
what Matt has been doing. I think this year was kind of weird for Matt because Matt didn't have a number one. Russell
He did.
Gage is not
No,
a number one wide receiver.
he not.
And, you have to realize when you have stuff like that, you got to really realize, like, it goes into having a court, like you said, with Tom Brady, that's going to tell you to sit down and tell you where to do your route. Like him and Julio, he tell Julio when you like he always asks when Calvin first got to Atlanta, when Kyle Pitts first got to Atlanta, they were running routes. He was like, "Hey, I need you to do this, but if you feel like you need to do it a certain other way, tell me so I can prepare myself for how I throw it." Because it's a communication thing. And so you can see it when it got later when we got more and more into the season. Him and Kyle Pitts got connection. They started really clicking. That's who he was going to because he knew that's who he had connection with. Like, and Russell Gage been here for a while and all of that, but he knows Kyle Pitts' route tree at this point. And that was like, if we go into like the first game versus the Bucks when he threw the ball behind Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts got a long wingspan. So he threw it
Yep.
behind him and Kyle Pitts still caught it. And that's why he was able to turn up field and get 30, 40 yards because
Yeah.
he knows how he can go and catch balls. Same thing with Julio. He knew how
Yep.
Julio can go up and go get a ball. He knew if he
Yep.
threw it up high, how high to throw it, how low to throw it. If he need to throw it at the ground so Julio can get it at the ground so he wouldn't get hit as hard. It's stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that where you got to know your receivers. And when you get a young quarterback in here, he's not going to know none of that. And that
No.
goes into you, like you say, have a successor. He's at this point, you're going to have when Matt's successor comes in, you're going to have that man sit down with Matt and let Matt teach him.
Oh yeah.
Even if
Yeah.
you're a coach, even the coach has to realize, I understand I'm the coach, but Matt Ryan is the quarterback. And Matt Ryan has to teach these guys what to do. And that's what it's going that's how it's gonna have to be when we get to that point.
Okay,
Uh,
okay, and I
yeah.
like that, Mr. Carl Tyrone. But here this is a sidebar portion. I said I was only gonna go an hour and 30 minutes. We're not gonna give you long, drawn out 3-hour shows on this morning show. I know y'all got to get up and go on to work. Okay, so the sidebar is just a parking lot area we can advertise. You can advertise yourself. You have somebody that you want to shout out. You had a good cup of coffee. You shout that out. So this is, think of it as a radio show. Okay, people, it's a morning show. So like I said, this is still the pilot. Based on the reaction now, I think I'm gonna start it back to week. I'm gonna start doing it weekly again. Now on my official launch is not until February, so I'm not gonna do the special stuff until then. But if y'all want to come on here and join me and just talk football, this is that cooler talk. This is that barbershop talk. Us women, we get in the barbershop, in the beauty salon, be talking about each other, but men talk about football and sports and entertainment. We talking about whose ass looking better and all that. So. And I recognize that. And a lot of people got this thing about not saying your truth. I'm bisexual. Okay. That's just who I am. I had something that go on this weekend where all that was in question because the people mad about a female, an African-American female that has a little bit of authority about herself, a little bit of confidence in herself about her business and her work. I had to fight a lot of people and family and friends and music record labels and all that. And it's like, y'all twisting my words up for one thing. And no, I'm not trying to talk to this person or be with this person or nothing. I'm just telling you the truth and you don't like it. That's what it comes down to. So
Yeah.
with that being said, I was going to have my friend Lisa. She has some Halloween Valentine's gift baskets. I was going to have posted pictures up. I'll put it in the community tab. But shout out to Lisa Creation Fuse, Lisa Fuse Creations. Lisa Fuse Creations. Go on her website. You can see her merchandise. She makes custom made cups, mugs. She was on the show last week. So if you have this space and you want to say anything, all my last minute sidebar will be, people, this is the 2022 year. And if you're going into it like this, oh, you're not going to have a good year at all. Me, I'm taking all that stress, all that trauma, all everything that I ever had against me. I'm protecting my energy. So when I say leave me alone and you're my trigger, that's what that means. That means you are the reason why I'm so worked up. Don't point it out that I have a problem. I understand I do. But because I have to worry about everybody else, I stopped putting me first. Now that I put me first and spoke up, people have an attitude with that too. So I'm going to go get diagnosed. I don't know if it's bipolarness. I don't know if I'm on the spectrum because my son is autistic. I don't know if it's ADHD. I really don't know what's wrong with me. It could be nothing. It could be just because I need to work on my anger.
I got something to say then. What I'm gonna say, everybody just need to work on themselves, work on their energy. Just work on you first, man. Stop giving all your greatness to everybody and give your greatness within yourself. The more
Absolutely.
you keep doing that, that's what you seem like when you focus on you more, you look better, you grow better, you look different, you know. You're not gonna look the way you probably look now, you probably look sad now. But when you focus on you so much, man, you feel better. Like you gonna de-escalate anything that's gonna make you look bad or sad, man. It's time for everybody to get their greatness within themselves.
Wake up, everybody. There's no more sleeping in bed. Do you hear what I'm saying? Okay. So get
Yeah.
used to me being on in the mornings. You're going to get some spiritual words. You're going to get daily affirmations. I am beautiful. I am much greater than this. I'm glad I woke up this morning to see something because somebody is not quite saying the same thing. They're in the bag underneath the ground. So be
I'll,
grateful that you have the eyes to wake up and see it. Go ahead, David.
I'll piggyback a little bit off of that. I agree. My last thoughts will be, focus on same thing. Focus on energy. Make sure your energy stays positive. That's another thing. If something that happens bad, stay positive in your energy. Keep it positive. Um, Eliminate any people that are negative around you. It might seem scary because it might seem like that's a lot of people, but eliminate any negative energy. And sometimes it's not even people. Sometimes it's um, a social media.
Oh yeah,
Sometimes,
social media. Ooh, ooh, ooh!
Yeah.
I had to log off of social media last night because I told you I was like I almost admitted myself into the mental institute because it's like if I got to lock myself behind four walls to get some peace from my family from all ends of life, and I just simply said, "Leave me alone." When someone says, "Don't bother me," please don't bother me. You better tread lightly because you're gonna be choked next because she told you
Yeah.
and warned you about that.
yeah. And not to, I'm not trying to be funny or nothing, but sometimes it could even be a sports team. I mean, negative energy is
Oh
negative
yeah,
energy.
oh yeah.
Whatever is in your life that's makes you feel like crap, you know what? I got to cut it out because I need to feel positive.
Yeah,
Sometimes you're just not ready for some type of negative energy and just
Yeah.
you got to cut it out. Whatever it is, just make sure the energy around you is positive energy, and you'll find yourself around a team, that just has you rolling, and you'll
Oh
just
yeah.
be rolling, and that's all you need.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, that's right.
Go ahead, Carl Tyrone. What you got?
I
Your last thoughts?
I want to shout out the crew, AFN and Fila. Those guys, y'all, everybody knows we all work together, we all talk together, and like those guys, even in the guy group chat, like we all support each other, and
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of sort of what you need. You need people to fall back on.
Yeah.
And since I've joined, like I've been with, I'll be at a year with Fila. Actually, I think I am at a year with Fila now. It's my, I think either sometime this week is my anniversary with Fila. So, it's been a year doing this podcast and stuff, and we went through a lot at Fila this last year, and and that was from when I joined all the way to the end of the year. And y'all know, some of y'all don't know what happened, but to get through that and to get into the what we're at now, and being able to come on and talk to these guys all the time and talk to Miss Maggie, and me and Miss Maggie been able to grow our relationship and being able to have like this business relationship, and we can still, if I have to talk to her about something, I can talk to her about it. And just like we said, just protect your energy around people, because I could have joined somewhere else and been stressed out, been worried, and I always say God has a purpose for you. No matter
Yeah.
what you believe in, God has a purpose for you. God has a reason why you're doing what you're doing. And I had a situation in my job, had to separate myself from it. And it was more of a, niggas just like to hate, and you got to separate yourself from those people. And just thinking on that, like, God, like I always say, like I said it again, God has a purpose for your life, no matter who you are, no matter if even if you don't, you don't believe in the Christian God, Allah, all the Buddha, whatever, whoever you believe in, they have it's always a purpose. Even if you're a spiritual person, that even spirits there are things that guide you through life to teach you lessons, to teach you what you need to do, to teach you what you not to do. And I live on this scripture. I wake up. My grandma made me do it since I was a freshman in high school, and she came up to me and said, "This you say this scripture every day when you wake up," and it's Luke 2:52, and I replaced it with my name, but the scripture, this is when Jesus was a kid. This is when he went to the market. This is when everybody knows, if you grew up in Christianity, this is when he was a kid and he went to the market and he was teaching. He went to the temple and he was teaching the elders. And it was and Jesus grew in wisdom and stature and favor with God and men. And I use that, and I just saying TJ grew in wisdom and stature with favor and God and men. And you just use that in your life. You can use that for whatever it means to you. But I would always say use that scripture in your life, because all it's saying is that no matter what's going on, you will be in favor with people. You'll be in favor with whatever's going on in your situation. And God loves you no matter what. And you always got to be in good graces. You always want to have his favor on your life, because you
Yep.
don't have your favor on his life. It can be a whirlwind of mess that happen. And I always like to lean back on my faith. Whenever something bad going on, I sit down and pray.
Oh
Whenever
yeah.
something good going on, I sit down and pray.
I noticed my
And
increase in gospel music has like
oh,
if you
it's got
was
my
watching
head
my
screwed.
story, I was in there doing
Yeah,
the praise dance, like, and that's what
yeah.
got me on my feet. I praise dance, and I was stepping in the name of love. Despite what's going on with that situation, it's still a stepping song. I feel like that right now they're bringing that energy back where anybody that listens to the Weekend and everybody, oh, I don't like the Weekend's album. You don't get what he's doing here. He's trying to get people to get up and dance.
Have
Yeah.
happiness. It's a happy
Yeah.
album.
Yeah. I
Like,
listened to the weekend. Yeah.
you got to be happy. Like, it's
You got
more of
to
a,
stop being miserable. I don't like this. It don't sound right. No, it's the
yeah.
purpose of you
Yeah.
finna get up and dance. You gonna forget what the words were.
Hey, the
I was
same.
listening to
Hey, the same energy we give Tupac, we gotta give to the weekend, man. Don't just be straight up. We got to,
like
man.
I listen my peaceful music is I go back to our roots. I go back and listen to Nigerian and African music, and I just
Oh,
play
oh,
that,
I
and I
got it.
just
My children
right.
have a collective branch of music. They don't listen. They listen to the Bee
Yeah.
Gees because their mama listened to Bee Gees. I was listening to Elton John. Me and my son was having breakfast. He was over here enjoying the life without his sisters in the house. So me and him was like eating breakfast, and I rose like, good morning, good morning. So that's
This
pretty much what Miss Maggie T production is, people. It's basically we're gonna be coming here talking about praise. We're gonna cry. I'm gonna say, I'm not feeling good today. How y'all feel? Good morning. I'm gonna be doing the $5 cash apps to people that want to go get a coffee. So it's gonna be I got 5 on it. Right now I'm broke. Yeah, I got like $1 in my account till some deposits come in. But because we do got the GoFundMe account.
Yeah.
Let me as a matter of fact, let me go find that. But they got the GoFundMe account for the sake of, because since people want receipts, I was able to provide some Gatorade and soup and things to some needy families that are unmentioned. It's none of your business of what we're doing with it. Because I haven't found a charity yet, I did reach out to one. She didn't answer me. So it's like, okay, I can control it and I can do my tax write-off with it. So GoFundMe account, Cash App, Super Chat, all that is going to go back to you guys as we
Yeah.
build. Once we get into the regular season, there's going to be t-shirt giveaways. It's going to be a lot more. We're going to have tailgate situations. I'm working on the food truck. My
Yeah.
last but not least, I want a good spot that we can find until I get my restaurant, of course.
Hey, we can find that
Get it
Miss Maggie T,
together.
the thing behind you. Behind you, we should go right there at that stadium and have our own tailgate, man.
Well, we
Yeah.
got to find out what's in the area, like what restaurants, kind of like how
Yeah.
the Battery has the Battery area. We
Yeah.
yeah.
got to
I
Yeah.
find
think
a neutral spot that's convenient to everybody. Because we used to do Old National when it used to be Dugan's, that we met together for tailgates and things like that. And then another Virginia Avenue spot, the Irish Pub. We tried that place too. So any suggestions, put them in the chat. But go ahead.
I think we at this, y'all know Fever. Y'all know I run Fever. Me and Don run Fever. Don's been on his break, but shout out Don, because that's my brother. Like what me and him have been through, just trying to work together, and then him just being a big brother to me. Same thing with Mike. Like I said, those guys in that chat, those are my big brothers.
Yeah, we're a family. We are a family, and sometimes families fight. And that's what come down to.
Me and Mike then got into it a couple times. I done got into it with Don, and that's just, man. It's not like we fighting about personal stuff. We just fighting over sports at this point. Like it's stuff like that where you have to realize, like, when you family, you gonna have some problems. You gonna have some hiccups, and you got to keep supporting your family. That's the thing with us, like. It's a supportive collective. Shout out Noah too. Noah in the chat, because Noah, you up early,
I'm gonna cut you off. I'm gonna cut you off because it's like there's gonna be rift in the family, but when you start making it petty and you have an ego and you're trying to prove a point, that's when it becomes ugly.
Yeah,
we don't have to have if you can sit back to a star. Matt Mike is a star. I came here on the coattail of Matt Mike because he already built his brand. So AFN came in the cut. So it's like, if you can't understand that Matt Mike is people want to come see Matt Mike first, I'm sorry. You can't get with that. Everybody had their own individual talents at the end of the day, is what he said about Fila and AFN. Everybody getting on each other. Everybody got different opinions. I'm coming in like a bat out of hell because I got ADHD or something, or I'm mad and I'm happy and I'm crying and then I love you the next day.
I feel you. What I realized about all of y'all though, y'all all got your own gifts. So we all got gifts. And what I realized, like, when y'all had y'all own show, that's y'all time to have y'all spotlight, work on y'all fans, all of that. And then that's why I be paying attention to Noah. Like I love everything Noah's doing. I love everything that everybody's doing, man. And we all supporting each other. But what I hate though is when the people that be having the spotlight, they be doing their fans wrong, telling their fans how big they are. I don't like that, using your greatness on people. I don't like that, man. Like, I just don't.
Yeah, I want to say the funniest. I think the funniest. Y'all don't. You see, y'all get Maggie. You got Miss Maggie as the host, Miss Maggie. Y'all don't get Miss Maggie as when we be in the chat, Miss Maggie, or when you talk to Miss Maggie, because Miss Maggie is hilarious. Like, y'all get some of the hilariousness, but nah, y'all don't get the. If you see the business side of Miss Maggie, you know her attitude, you know her composure when it comes to certain stuff. Because I done woke up one morning and Miss Maggie done sent at least 8 chats, and it's all voice chats, 3 minutes long, and you sit there and got to listen to all of them.
But no, see, and that comes from you got to mind your business. People up there like, what's wrong with Maggie? But I don't know if I got autism. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like I stack things a certain way. I text a certain way. My stuff got to be in order. I'm very OCD about things. So it's like, am I on the spectrum? Until I get officially diagnosed, judge your mama.
Yeah. Y'all don't know.
Judge your mama.
Y'all don't know the like if y'all knew what Miss Maggie does for us as a group, y'all would have so much appreciation for her, because I would tell y'all this. When y'all see us, if y'all see us come on the show, backstage, Miss Maggie sitting right there. If you see us doing something, if you see us promoting something, and you got to go get it approved from Miss Maggie. Like she is our admin, and she's the good secretary. I put it like that. Like, she the one that when you go, when you go to school and you go to the office, she the one you want to talk to.
Yeah, you got to go talk to the principal.
Yeah, when you got to go talk to the principal, like when you if you have a personal relationship with Mike, you can go to Mike, and Mike gonna sit there and listen. Like Mike the principal, Miss Maggie vice principal. Like, if you got a relationship, when you talk to your principal, you like, oh man, my principal cool, man. But it's what y'all see on the outside, that's how y'all judge us. You cannot watch us on this show and say, oh, well, they some assholes, or they don't care about us. We talk about y'all, bro. Like, we
we'll sit there and discuss it. Oh yeah, we read it and discuss it at the end. Like, look at this person so mad. Oh my God, he mad about some charities. Like, why are you making it a big deal where I'm spending my money, or if this money is coming to my kids to feed my mouth? I work hard at it.
Devontae stupid, but I love the stories. Like, yeah, like you just you wake up and you like, I wake up for work and I'm looking at my phone and I'm just like, we got some news, and it just be just making it. You just already know what it's like. She give you your morning announcements about the stuff. That's why I say y'all have to appreciate us.
Everybody, and then I'm apologize to everybody. I'm gonna apologize to everybody. Like, if you Cookie and call on Tyrone. Now that y'all know that I might be a little Kanye because I'm a Gemini.
Gemini, yeah.
Oh, I'm surprised I like you. I'm a Cancer.
So I might come in like a bat out of hell sometime, but now I'm realizing I might need to have a little sip of marijuana. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know, your morning glory, people. Sometimes Maggie got to kick back and have her smoke. Mm-hmm. So let me go get properly diagnosed so I can smoke all the time freely.
I guess I'm the only Taurus in here. I'm the only Taurus, and you a Cancer, and Miss Maggie T a Gemini.
Morning church announcement with Big Mama Cookies.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you gotta like I'm gonna keep saying it. You gotta appreciate what we do for y'all, because we really don't have to do this, bro. Like I didn't have to.
I can forget y'all and be like, forget it. I'm eating my food. We don't walk around and don't care about y'all.
She don't have to wake up at 9:00 and do a show with y'all. Like, she don't have to do this stuff, or like it's a thing where we really just like interacting with y'all. We like y'all as fans. Like, it's
my therapy. It's my therapy.
Like, you get to get on here and just talk. I was
one that ready to slap a bitch today. I was like, "Ooh."
You get to get on here and talk sports, bro. Like, we don't like, think about that. You don't have, like, you can get on Twitter and you can tweet stuff out and it might not get interactions, but you know, at least some people will see it. But like, you get on here and you know people are gonna listen and people are gonna actually like take your word. And that's the thing. It's like it's a platform, but it's more of a family thing. Like, and when we say AFN is a family, Like, we really care about y'all. Like, and it's the same thing with being at FILA, GHSM, all of us. Like, we all know when we need each other, and when we gotta write something or we gotta do something, you can call on one person like, "Hey, bro,
call on round."
Hey,
you set that one up. You set that up.
I did. Yeah, you just can call on each other, like, and that's the best part about it. Like, if I need help with something, even if it's not sports wise, you need life advice.
Oh yeah, like, I give life advice, and I give business tips. Because it's like, I want everybody to be successful, but on that note, people, I got to be successful mentally. So I got to go call some doctor's offices and get myself diagnosed so I can be Kanye for real up in here with a little sense about myself. Because y'all seen the bat out of hell, Miss Maggie T, with COVID, maybe, which I tested negative for COVID. So it had to be the stomach flu that had me in my bed for like a month. So I'm back skinny though, my stomach low. I'm just show you. I'm just going to show you. Look at that. Look at that. Miss Maggie don't got the finest going. So y'all don't even know what to say. So on that note, I appreciate everybody. I love everybody. Make sure you get some Big Mama's cookies. Go kiss the babies or cuss them out. You know, I don't care what you do, how you get your morning going, but this is what we're going to be doing. So if y'all like this concept, I will come on every Monday through Friday. And, you know, then I'll launch the real pilot episode where we're going to have some things with the crazy lady and this wig. Y'all gonna understand who this person is. Miss Hattie Mae Thornton. You're gonna know who she is. She is my life. She is who I grew up to see. All the elders, all the generations, all the wisdom. I get that from them. So you're gonna get that. So Miss Hattie Mae with her silver wig trying to come for Miss Medea again. Because Miss Odea, you know, you trying to look good with this silver hair. And I'm just gonna let you know, Miss Medea, and I'm coming for you. I want everybody to put that on notice. Hashtag Medea, Miss Hattie Mae, you know, Thornton is talking about you. That's what you're gonna put it. I want you to know that I look better than the silver wig. Okay, silver fox around here, people. Go ahead, Mr. Motivator. You're a baby.
But I often agree to say, like Cookie by Nature, he said something about he 26 and still need help and stuff. I do too, homie. Like I'm always need help and stuff, man. I'm gonna learn something every day for the rest of my life. It's good to learn stuff. But the number one thing that I really hate, I hate people that think they know everything. You know, so I'm the quiet. Yeah, I'm the quiet one. So I'm like the Black Einstein. Like, I'm the quiet one. I like to learn.
Y'all
You
still
know,
older
so
than
that's
me
just
though.
me.
I always call myself the baby brother because I am the baby brother. I'm only 20. I'm the little one, man. I'm the
Hey, look.
young.
Hey, you saying 20? I'm 21, so we
Oh
even,
yeah,
homie.
you
We
right
See,
there
even.
with
all
me.
y'all babies. See, let me get off this
Yeah,
line because
man.
y'all too young for me. I got to go. Y'all got a little too much Similac behind your ear and stuff like that. So
Wow.
we're gonna go ahead and end this thing. David, you got any last minute thoughts? We're gonna go ahead and kill this thing because
Yeah,
I got a date coming up soon with Mr. Delicious. And
I'm
go
I'm
ahead.
30. I'm 35. The last
Okay.
thing you want to do,
Mhm.
just for the last guy that commented that, is think that you're too late or it's over with, or a lot of people psych themselves out, no, thinking that I should do this, and then thinking, man, if I would have did it 2 years ago or a year ago, and then you just psych yourself out. It's never too late to start something. It's
Mhm.
never too late to get on the ball. You know, people can sit here all day and be like, if I would have knew what I knew now back then, things would be better. But you know what? Do it now. Start. It has to start somewhere. Don't matter if you're
Yeah.
20, don't matter if you're 32, 35, 40, whatever it is, it has to start
All right.
somewhere. So just start it. Don't think about it no more. Just start it.
Yeah.
Everybody starts somewhere. Period.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
That
absolutely. Like
dude.
just do it. All them dreams you had and you keep holding off. I just don't know. I don't know. You better do it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause that dude that did KFC, he started that at 83, man. They gave me a lot of wisdom when I saw that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Like,
Truett
you
started
know,
at the old Truett. He started Chick-fil-A at an older age. Like, I mean, it's when you see when you see like the success of these guys, they're not really younger. Like these guys are in their 30s starting businesses, and now
Yeah.
they're
And you're
billionaires.
right. It took me till 36 years old to finally have a team that I can be proud of. We don't got
yeah,
rid of some people. Some people walked out. That's on their own accord. But it's no love lost there. That's the problem with people. It's like they get into these egos and think that we care. It's
yeah.
Yeah.
like no love lost. If this is not what's working out for you, please.
That's why
Please
I
just
feel
exit
like
stage left.
I,
Please
Thank
exit
you.
stage left and don't try. My thing is, I'll put it like this: if you work for us, or if you're a part of our brand and you leave, don't get on social media, don't get on all these other platforms and try to deny what we did for you. That's
yeah.
how I
'Cause
put it.
you, all I
It's
gotta
like you're
say
not
this
getting my
too.
credit.
You not bigger than the team, man. Like
Yeah.
you not bigger than the team, straight up. So if you the amazing part of what I love about AF fans that they all use their greatness to empower each other. I ain't never seen no team like the way they are in anybody really. Like I've been watching y'all since I was like 13. Like it just to see the growth and the dedication that y'all have, bro, just give me a lot of wisdom. Like it just do. So
Absolutely. So, on that note, people, I appreciate you guys. Make sure you go to Sultry Seconds. You know how to spell Sultry, you know how to spell seconds. Find me over there because, or is you either type in Sultry Seconds or Maggie T Productions. Pull it up. Go, Mr. Motivator already listens to all my motivational videos. I haven't did an update, but I have a list of them, so you can just go back and play as many as times as you want to. Leave comments, feedbacks. Get me to 500. I'm like 2 away, and y'all playing over there. Okay, I'm just trying to get a community tab, people. All right, I'm not. Is that too much to ask? But on that note, I appreciate all my babies and no cookie. I don't have that type of similar like you thinking. Now, a good night, good morning and good evening, and kiss the babies and smooches. All right. See y'all later. And y'all don't got to leave. I'm just, exiting the show, okay? If y'all want to talk in the background. All right.